Welcome to the Bank of America Countdown to Green as we get set to go racing.
Last week at Chicagoland, we had our best starting position of the season and perhaps our entire YouTube career. We started 6th. We hung out in the top 10 all day, ended up 2nd behind Mark Martin. But the story of the race was Jeremy Mayfield, who almost flew out of the track. Thankfully, he was kept in by the safer barrier, I guess. But he's okay. Unfortunately, he's going to be in the starting grid today at Indianapolis as we kick off the second half of our Willy Wonka season and we move to the NBC broadcast.
The cars sit, the excitement builds, tension grows, and history waits at Indianapolis. There you see some of the 250,000 fans here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This 2.5-mile track, the short chute between turns 3 and 4. When you think about the names that have gone to victory lane here, both in open wheel and stock car racing, it just makes you wonder who's going to be next. There's a museum on the grounds that's well worth the price of admission. Now the pace vehicle will head for pit road, and the 250,000 will come to their feet. Front stretch is 5/8 of a mile long. They wait now for the green flag at Indianapolis.
All right, took a nice long week off, and we've lost some spots already. My name's Adam. Thanks for tuning in. This is the second half of our Willy Wonka season. I honestly have no idea how I put together the beginning of this video. Thinking about bringing back the recap of, last week's race and stuff. I don't know. Like start the video with last week at Chicago. And also, starting grid's probably been slinging around while I've been talking here. And I'm kind of bummed we're not going 3 wide. I'm kind of bummed that, well, not bummed, I'll throw something up here. I was able to figure out how to match the animation of the starting grid from the NBC broadcast, but it is a whole thing. I was able to do it just as proof of concept, but I won't get into it, but you have to make multiple instances of every driver. Yada, yada, yada. It is... As soon as I saw how much work was involved, I tried to find a shortcut, couldn't find one, so I just have the cars panning in and out, maybe putting some whirring sound effects or whatever they did. I still got to match those. And all the points updates now in the second half of the season. When we look at the top 10, it'll just be the top 10 for the Nextel Cup. And then for the Chase, we'll start calling it the Chase now instead of the playoffs. We'll only show the top 15 cars. And I'm not sure how I put together the beginning of this video. I may have narrated stuff in post showing the points, or maybe just put them up now without talking about them in post, but talking about them now, which I don't even remember them. But I do know that the top 15 is a pretty good number for the Chase, because after, I think Casey Kane's in 15th, after that there is a precipitous 45-point drop to the 16th place driver, Jamie McMurray. And if you're concerned, Junior is in 18th. So a couple people have to like retire for him to get into the playoffs. He wasn't that hot in 2005, so whatever. Pretty sure I'm going to do a 2001 season next. And that will be, looking at the schedule, I want to be somewhat, somewhat reliable with the promises I make when we're going to do the seasons. I want to say sometime later this year, in November. And the upload schedule for each season takes about 3 months. So 6 months of the year we're getting and putting videos out. It's not bad. Alright, probably put up the race analysis. We're at the base, the INI file that comes with the game. If you don't mess with it at all, you get about 30 to 32 laps for fuel and tires. Tires really wear down here. And I've knocked that down to about, I think, like 22 to 24 laps. With a 64 lap race, I wanted to make sure we got to lap 22 so there's no funky pit window issue. And we don't have a random caution this race. Cautions are on, but we just don't have a random caution. The Pocono race turned out fun, and as I was talking about during Pocono, Brickyard has that same feel,
Clear inside. Still there. Still there. Clear.
I totally forgot how much ground we gain on them on the straights.
Still there. Clear. All outside. Still there.
Victoria's Secret adds a new twist to the very sexy collection. A push-up without padding. It's you, only better, and it's only at Victoria's Secret.
All right, skip the chunk there. Kind of, we're just falling in line. I mean, this is what the Brickyard is, just falling in line. Our tires, though, we got about 7 laps to hang on those tires. And I did go into the INI file before this race, and again, this is a difficulty I've never raced at, quote-unquote difficulty, because I went in the INI and just bumped up their grip and knocked down their drag, so they're a little bit faster. Gives us a nice little challenge. You can see, whoever's out in the front, Tony Stewart and Ryan Newman, they're running away with it because you get cars running side by side here. And it really slows them up. We'll be able to catch up to them. You can see this. Even on worn tires, we're able to compete. Hang out with these guys. Yeah, all the usual suspects in the top 10. Kurt Busch doesn't need a win, but he doesn't have a win yet. Playoffs are shaping up to be interesting, but at the same time, I mean, it's just going to be the top 10 guys, you know? And I was looking at that, and I was like, man, that's going to be boring. You know, that's kind of boring. It's just the same guys. But, I mean, that's better than... I got to let Harvick go. I wasn't going to be able to hold that down there. That was going to be scary. If we did a win in your in system, Michael Waltrip would be in our chase. Like, what? NASCAR really missed, they just missed the mark on the playoffs that they do. It's like, it's so hard to keep track of the point system. Like, it's just ridiculous. I'm not saying the point system I've come up with is the best thing ever, but it's just cut and dry. Hey, whoever runs at the front the most is gonna win. Like, it's not brain surgery. But no, I honestly, I follow NASCAR, obviously. I don't even know the point system for NASCAR. I'm like, oh, did he get bonus points? Does he have those bonus points go into the second round of the playoff? Like, I have no idea. Like, I grew up watching NASCAR. Big Earnhardt fan, but also Mark Martin and Rusty Wallace. And I had a good shot of one of those guys, you know, having a good day, so it was always fun to watch a race. But still, just putting on a broadcast back in the day and just watching a good race, listen to the commentary. That was it. You know, I wasn't worried about who was leading the championship. You know, that was a storyline, but just the actual racing. That's what I was watching. That's what I wanted to watch. And now it's just everything's been lost. And I honestly don't think it's a case of, well, back in my day, you know, NASCAR isn't what it used to be. I mean, it isn't what it used to be, but just I don't know, it's been so watered down. All right, so you can see our tires, as I was ranting there, starting to affect us. Not a lot of action here, as I've said, as I pretty much warned you that there wouldn't be much action. And this is where we're at. No pit stops this time, but next time by we should see them. But yeah, staying on that train of thought with what I was talking about. I don't know. It just feels bland these days, and you know, give me a late '90s, late '90s. Early 2000s NASCAR race on YouTube, and that's it. That's all I need. Like, you know, there's probably dozens and dozens and dozens of races that I've never even seen. And yeah. Pit stop should be this lap. I already see some weirdo movements up there. With our tires, I think we should just go in right now. Not stay out.
The leader's pitting now. Limit 55. Keep it under.
Alright, let's be careful with Junior. Junior is... Or no, he's not. was going to say Junior's pitting in front of us, but he's not. He was in front of us on the grid. All right, we're looking at the building there. We're right after the building-ish. Not after the building, but after... Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, we're actually before the building. Never mind. Don't hit us, Rusty. Okay. The entire planet is on pit road.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
Let's see if we can get out of here decently. Junior was behind us. Carl Edwards was in front of us.
The leader's pitting now. Okay, you're clear of pit
There
lane.
was Hot Carl in his stall, and he's staying there. He might be having issues. I don't think we were in top 10. I think we were like in 12th or something. Look out. Okay.
Okay, merge when you can. Go outside.
There's Jamie McMurray. He might have had a really good stop before us, but no, I would have noticed somebody on pit road. Let's be on the lookout of him maybe pitting here. Yeah, he's going up high on the track. He may be cutting back down to pit here. Let's be careful. No, he's slinging it. He's slinging and zinging. Let's not lose these guys. All right, we're in 13th. We're picking up a spot there. We're picking up a spot here, unless that's a lapper. I'm going to say that's a lapper? Why is Robbie Gordon alive? Why, or not alive, like why is he why is he up here? Nobody's a lap down, so he's going to be contending for top 10, top 15. That's wild. Now I'm wondering if these are the leaders up here. We're top 8 or 9 or 10. The Biff's having trouble. McMurray passed him like he was a turd.
Stay low. Stay low. You're in the top 10.
All right, we're in 10th.
Clear outside.
I'm guessing pit stops are done, so that's where we are at. Jeff Green, yeah, so everybody's on the lead lap. There's nothing wild going on. Robbie Gordon in 14th. And Tony Stewart and Ryan Newman are just gone up there. Again, no random caution, but cautions are on. I think if we want to win this race, we need a caution. We can hang. We hang with them the whole run. I want to pass McMurray here, but we need him. But he's too slow. I mean, couldn't even stay in concert with him in that turn. Coming up next, we have Watkins Glen and Daytona. And then the week after that, we have Michigan, Bristol, Richmond. And then the week after that, Pocono, Dover, Darlington. And that's the end of the regular season, quote unquote. Then we'll have 6 races left after that. Talladega, I'm not sure the exact order, but the playoffs are... I most likely put up the explanation for the playoffs. Talladega, North Wilkesboro, and Rockingham for the first round, and then Texas, Phoenix, and Miami for the final round. And I don't even think... I've been putting up the explanation for the playoffs or the chase all season. I've never really gone into the reasoning behind it. And there is no reasoning. It's just something... It's just, you know, top 10 drivers. And there's only going to be 2 rounds, 3 races each. After the first round. If you want chase. If you want the chase, this is how we're doing it. So, the first 3 races... 5 drivers get wiped out. That's it. Done. And then there's no whoever finishes best in the final race wins the championship. What? So ridiculously stupid. So I changed that so the top 5 drivers battle it out for 3 races. Whoever's on top in the points wins. Whoever has the most points in those 3 races wins. Case closed. If you want playoffs, I think that's a pretty good way to do it. Yeah, that's just so silly. The whole season, yeah, there's playoffs, and yeah, you have to be, you know, it's not like McTurdison can make it into that Miami, you know, championship 4, but also the whole season, the championship comes down to maybe the last 20 laps at Miami. That's just stupid. Like they're trying to manufacture these moments, these you know. I don't know. It's... Damn it. It's good. This is therapeutic, just to get stuff off my chest. It's been a week since I've been on the game. I've been putting together all the... Look out. All the NASCAR on NBC stuff. And I still basically doing a dry run whenever I put this first race together. Starting grid's all set up, ready to go. And I just have to interchange the drivers each race. It's not really a big deal. I don't know how I'm going to do the intros. What kind of music. And I've probably used some music on the bumpers going to commercial and coming back from commercial so far. And I mean, I'm just trying to find royalty-free music that sounds like what NBC did, where it was like, you know, like grunge kind of, but not really, like soft grunge. I don't know. But the genre that I'm finding music in for this is on YouTube's audio library. I just have to put credits in the descriptions or whatever. But the genre is like punk, light punk or something. Because I went to rock and it's just like weirdo stuff. Not weird, just not what we need. So... whatever. We haven't lost anybody. We're halfway home. Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart are just making out up there by themselves. We don't even see them coming in the chute at all. They get on the straight. They're gone. Our end game here is hopefully gaining some spots And that's it. That's our game plan. Like, I don't have anything else for you. Alright, now it's time to get serious. We're going to be racing here. Give Mayfield a shove. We're about, oh boy, 10 laps, less than 10 laps from pit stops. Well, go up the track. Kyle Busch, you weasel. Let's make sure Kyle Busch isn't pushing that 3 wide. Yeah, we're kind of stuck here. We're actually in trouble. Just a little bit of trouble. Let's just stay with this group, though. Let's not even race Mark Martin. We're just gonna look at the single file here. But yeah, the game plan. Oh, wall. The game plan is hang out. We're gonna be pitting with, I don't know, with 20 to go, and so it's not like we can use up our tires at the end of the run, because that 20 laps is pretty much a tire run. The race is split in thirds, so we don't have any kind of advantage there.
Hi, Enterprise. I'm at the repair shop, and I need to rent a car.
At Enterprise, we'll arrange to pick you up free and get you on your way.
Nice days, Mom.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
All right, we're on lap 42. About 2 more laps until pit stops. We got around Mark Martin, obviously. So we're just sitting here. It's the biggest pit stop of my life coming up. Can't screw up. Maybe gain some spots and just hold on. I mean, we still got a top 10 finish on the line. Gordon hit the wall there. That was weird. Yeah, I'm not being sensationalist. This is the biggest pit stop of my life, I think. I'm going to keep our top 10 streak. But let's make sure we actually get into the pits, though. Let's not wreck before that. Before that. All right. I'm trying to see if Newman and Stewart up there are going to hit lap traffic eventually. Might slow them down, might add a wrinkle to this whole deal. I was tiptoeing there, making sure they weren't pitting. We got to see pit stops here. Yeah, same thing with Fox. I mentioned, I mean, I'm not even going to do proof of concept, but like running order, scrolling across the screen, that's a whole thing. I could do it, but it's just a whole thing. So I'm not going to. Yeah, there's a move, so they're pitting. So let's hang out. Not hit them. Let's make sure Mark Martin does not hit us. Let's go in a little bit off kilter of them. 55, right? We need a good pit stop, and we need a caution. This race will go from 0 to 60 real quick if we have a good stop here and get a caution. It will go from a nice lazy Sunday drive to buckle up, Jack. All right, is Rusty Wallace coming? No. There's Jeff Gordon, who came in with that bastard. No speeding penalties this season. I want to say I had 2 or 3 in 92. We ended up losing that points race by 16 points or something. There's Kyle Busch. Zooming past. Feels like we gained spot. Again, I just always refuse to remember to keep track of... Whoa, man, look at this. I always forget to make a mental note on where we're at going into the pits. I'm guessing Gordon slowed up because he knew Kyle Busch was pitting. That's my best guess.
You're now in the top 20.
I don't want top 20, I want top 10. There was Dale Jarrett. I'm trying to remember if we've seen him. This is Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson was probably in that group of cars we've been with, but I haven't really raced with him. Haven't seen the Lowe's bumper that much. There's Jamie McMurray. We were messing around with him earlier. We got to be top 10.
You're in the top 10.
Yes, sir. I really don't know who I want to win this race. Newman or Stewart. I don't think it matters. We just got to keep our head down and take care of what's in front of us. Keep rattling top 10s and wait for one of those guys to blink. But now we have to start getting a little bit aggressive. Picking up some spots.
Clear outside.
I'm guessing Kyle Busch threw a little wrench in this whole giddy up here.
Still there. Clear outside.
And he was merging. Wow, so Tony Stewart and Newman. Hopefully I was able to show that. Newman had some kind of issue somewhere. And he's actually going to end up being part of the loser pack back here. And Tony Stewart's going to be on his own. Now hang on. Tony Stewart being on his own is no bueno for him. We're going to keep an eye on the intervals here. Oh, I don't know if you were watching the standings, but the entire field just swept up by like a second, it looked like. All the 6s turned to 5s. All right, we're at 5, 6, 9. We just want to be cool, calm, and collected here. We want to keep our tires fresh as best we can. Like, it's not, because right now we have tires, so we have grip, and we can match them on the straightaways. But once we start losing our tires, we just can't hang with them on the straightaways anymore. I haven't looked at the interval yet. I'm guessing we gained time on Stewart. We got a pitter coming in. I still haven't looked at the... I'm waiting for the backstretch. Guessing that's Bobby Labonte. It's the only green car on the field. So we gained 2/10 basically. Bobby Labonte going to cause a wreck here. He's cramping our style. There's no question. Kurt Busch might just spin him out. Newman's just staying 4 seconds behind Stewart. He was 4 seconds flat last time. Oh, we just gained half a second on Stewart. That was dangerous. I've never been down on that curb, berm, whatever, all race. And I wasn't exactly sure how it was gonna caress me. But it was fine. Now, Kurt Busch, you have to go, my man. We have to get on Mayfield and Newman, because if not, they're going to become the new Newman and Stewart. And we're going to be naked and afraid back here by ourselves. So let's go. Another 4/10 gained. But now we just have to wonder if we have time. I want to do the math right now. 13 to go. We'll just say 10 to go. You always want to get to a 10. You always want to get to a 0 for math. 5 seconds. We have to gain half a second a lap, roughly. We're 5 seconds back. 10 laps. That's half a second a lap. Hell, I rounded up to 5.
Clear.
Didn't gain half a second that lap. We're coming for you, Tony. He's shaking in his boots. What sucks is we're going to get close, get excited, and we're going to lose our tires. Did we lose time that lap? Or no, we're not. I was looking in the middle of the pack. We're up to fourth. We're up in third now. Never mind. Again, this is me having tires and being able to catch him, but the only way we're catching Tony Stewart is together. As one. Oh yeah, we gained 6/10 there. I wasn't able to take that turn like I have been, so tires. Come on. Get ready, Kurt. Sorry, pal. Hit him a little bit too late on the straight. We're okay. We're buddies here, Kurt. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. I wanted to see the interval. But I think the interval's mute. We can see Tony Stewart. We can definitely eyeball it on whether or not we're gaining ground. We obviously are. And he's going to be hitting a lapper. And I wonder if Kurt Busch is our best partner here. Is there anybody behind Jeremy Mayfield? Newman 2/10 back, which is, you know, 2/10 is no joke. I was thinking about letting Mayfield pass, because it seems like he's starting to bark a little bit. He might be the better car to help us catch Stewart. We're definitely just dragging Kurt Busch to the front here, even though it's the complete opposite of what we're doing. We just have no other choice if we want to win. I'm going for this win. But the whole gang's coming with us. And we might be hitting Tony Stewart just as he hits that lapper, which I'm guessing is Mike Wallace. Yeah, probably LeBonnie lost 5 laps. Tony Stewart, we're coming for you, Jack. So, yeah, the beginning of this race, I wasn't bemoaning it and being bored. It's just the reality of Brickyard. But these final 20 laps have been fun. Come up with a little bit of a strategy to catch him. I'm just bumping Kurt Busch all the way. I've learned my lessons. I'm not going to bump him here. We've gotten away with that a couple times. Tony Stewart might end up in last place. Like the whole field might just rush past him here. They obviously won't, but shouldn't even have touched him there. I wasn't lined up very well. Mayfield's peeking on us now. And we got yellow on our tires. This is the sum of all fears. It's catching him, being able to race for the win, and just losing our tires. I have no regrets. I've done the best I could saving our tires. I honestly, mindlessly went for that pass there. Just the car took me into that, and Kurt Busch, his braking was a little bit different there. I wasn't even planning on making a pass there. And that actually might come back to bite us because we don't have anyone to draft with, but I think we're taking enough from Mike Wallace here. And we should be okay. If I had to bet, I'm gonna say, oh, it's all about the tires. There's a lot coming to a head here in the next 3.5 laps. Come on. Tell you what, it's going to be us and Tony Stewart now. And we have, those guys might get slowed up by Mike Wallace back there. There's a lot of cars back there, so worst comes to worst. Or worst case scenario, or best case scenario, is they race side by side for a while to get around him. There's just so many cars that they're going to be making moves. But it seems like Jeremy Mayfield got around him. We're coming up on 2 to go. We have 8 more turns. To try to catch Tony Stewart. And we're all yellow now. Oh. You can see I got to be a little more careful. But I mean, we can blow out. Look at Mayfield charging on us now, too. Come on. I gotta find. I don't know. I don't think we can do it. I have to take. I mean, it's gonna be for all the marbles next time we enter 3 and 4. Oh, we got a nice little burst here on him. But it's gonna be for all the marbles next time we hit 3 and 4, and I haven't taken it well these last couple laps on these worn tires. I gotta hit this. That's not bad. Maybe scrape the wall coming out of here. Oh, okay. And then we gotta nail these turns. Why didn't I dive on him there? Because this isn't an arcade game. I can't do it. Didn't have it. Second bridesmaids finish in a row for us, but whatever. That could have been wild.
There's the flag.
That was good stuff.
Great job, buddy.
Blah. That was a long. I always try to get on pit road for the standings background, so we can have all the cars filing onto pit road. That was a pretty long trip back around pit road on this big track. All right, yeah, Tony Stewart got that win. Obviously, I don't know how you wouldn't have known that by now. Kyle Busch was hanging out all race up there, finished 6th. Kurt Busch finished 7th, so he dropped. I mean, we were cracking the whip on his butt, and he wasn't helping us out. Newman ended up dropping to 9th. Mark Martin 11th. Gordon 13th. And that's it, Rusty Wallace. I'm going to start, probably next race, I'm going to start putting little markers on the standings so I can see who's in the chase, who we got to be looking at. Robbie Gordon was hanging out. Now he's back in 25th, or he finished in 25th. And nothing else major going on there. Bobby Labonte, hopefully I showed what happened to him. I'm guessing that was a flash job. He flashed on pit road during the pit stops, and then he popped out 5 laps later. And then Mike Wallace ended up a lap down. All right. So yeah, thrilling. As I was talking about, we were going through the motions, and then it got fun, and that was good stuff. The tires, man. We needed tires there at the end. All right. Indianapolis is done. We're going to Watkins Glen and Daytona for the rest of this week. Good to be back. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.